Hello everyone, welcome to the channel. I hope you are having a great day. Today's stories include parental neglect, favoritism between siblings, accommodation problems, and fraud attempts. Let's start. Am I the idiot for describing my mom's second marriage and her younger kids as her do-over family? I, 17 female, lost my dad when I was 5. My parents were married, but I remember dad being more present in my early memories than mom, and when my dad died, I know my mom wasn't there for me. She left me to raise myself, or she roped in some extended family to take care of me, usually grandparents. But she wouldn't always do that, and I was sort of forced to become independent and more mature in some ways to raise myself. Like, I had to make sure I ate, did homework, got to school on time, all without my mom helping me. The most she'd do is make some food, but she wouldn't even tell me she had. I usually had to search the fridge to find it. My grandparents were the ones who celebrated my birthdays with me, and they were the ones who typically went to my school for parent conferences. My mom doesn't know me. She couldn't tell you what classes I take in high school, what my favorite food or color is, who my friends and best friends are, nothing. 5 years ago, she met her husband Sam, and pretty quickly, like before they were living together, my mom got pregnant. So Sam moved in and my mom married him. Her daughter was born 4 years ago, and her son followed along 2 years later. And right away, I see the difference in how my mom is with them. She knows them, she loves them, she dedicates time to them, she advocates for them. All the things I do not remember her ever doing for me. She eats with them and plays with them, and she takes her daughter to preschool every day and takes her for a treat after. It sucks to see. I didn't get a good mom, but I see she had in her it to be a good mom and chose not to be. Sam isn't as good as my dad was, though. But he's still better than my mom ever was to me. Last week, my mom asked me to babysit for her and Sam, and I said no. My mom was shocked and asked me why I wouldn't babysit. I told her I had work and I had plans with friends. She told me she would have expected me to want time with the kids. I told her I don't want time with her do-over family. She asked me what that meant, and I said Sam and the kids are her do-over family. She's a better mom to her younger kids, and she and Sam have created their own perfect little family with them and their kids. But she was never that for me. I told her I have zero interest in helping her out with the do-over family, and I pointed out that it was the most she had said to me in years, because she normally doesn't talk to me or include me in anything, and the only reason she was speaking to me is because she wanted something. She was all, "How dare you say that about Sam and the kids," and she told me I had an awful attitude, and she hopes the kids never pick up on how I feel about them and their dad. She told me they deserve better than being described that way, and she told me I had some nerve to be jealous that her kids have a happy family life. I laughed and told her she only cared about them, and that was clear. She called me a nasty little witch. Am I the idiot? OP has offered the following explanation for why they think they might be the a-hole. I described my mom's second marriage and her younger kids as her do-over family. Maybe that's not fair for me, because it kind of sounds like I blame the kids and her husband when my mom is the person I have the issue with, and there is the fact I don't want to spend time with her kids, who are biologically my siblings. OP also gives more info in the comments. You want to know how much my mom cares for me? She and Sam send out Christmas cards every year of the family. It's always them and their kids. I have never been included in that. They take other professional family photos, at least twice a year. Again, I am not part of that. So no, I do not think there is anything worth saving. Ouch. Also, what mother calls their child a witch? She really doesn't care about how you feel, does she? Nope. I don't think she ever really cared about me. How old was your mother when she had you? My mom was 28, 29 when she had me. I think it sounds like she was busy trying to make money and keep you without living in poverty, and somehow lost you in the whole process. She wasn't, though. She didn't work that much to make the excuse of trying to keep us out of poverty. She would be around. Just not present for me. Your mom wasn't there for you, and that must be painful. You just lost your dad. And she just lost her husband. Did you think that maybe she couldn't cope either? She wasn't really there before he died. Are your grandparents still a resource for you? My grandparents are still there for me. They still take me to celebrate my birthday, often both sets come together for it, and I spend time at their house when I'm able to, and they're around. I talk to them when I'm struggling with it more. They have also reassured me that even though my mom isn't there, I will always have people who love me. Couldn't you go and stay at your grandparents'? I stay with them sometimes, but can't really move in with them. Have your maternal grandparents sat their daughter down and had a talk with her about this? They have. I remember them fighting about it a couple of times, and I know my paternal grandparents also attempted to talk to my mom. Ask yourself what you would want your relationship to be like. Do you want it to end ASAP, or would you rather have a more loving relationship like she has with your siblings? I would rather it end as soon as possible, because she cannot take back the last several years, and I'm not willing to be the one to ask her to be a better mom to me. If she wanted to, she would have, that's how I see it. I'm not chasing her. I have enough love in my life to not need to chase her. It's not like her own parents didn't try to get her to step up to the plate before. She just argued back at them. So they and my paternal grandparents had to step up. Sam doesn't have a presence in my life really, so I don't feel any appreciation for him. He's just married to my mom and his focus is on his family. But you may want to have a relationship to your siblings. I'm good with not having a relationship with them. I can't really see them as true siblings anyway, because other than blood we share nothing. They're not part of my family though. Or at least I am not part of theirs. We share DNA. But that's it. I'm not going out of my way to be mean to them, I don't hate them. I'm just not an active part of their life and won't be. If her two kids ever try to come and ask why you're not in their lives, be honest. If they ever reach out as adults, I will make sure to explain why so they don't blame themselves. I'll still have family. I have 2 sets of grandparents who I love and an uncle in another state. I won't be without family, just because I don't want to bond with my mom's other kids. She has clearly been happy and healthy for those 5+ years, why did she continue to treat OP like shit that entire time? This is exactly what I'm saying. She could start over and do better, but couldn't work on doing better with her existing child. She doesn't even mention me as part of her family. Well, no, not the idiot. I don't know why, but I think there's something strange about this. I don't think OP is lying or anything, but maybe she doesn't know the whole story? Or maybe I'm overthinking this, and OP's mother just wasn't ready to be a mom when she had her, but now she is. Whether because of her age, or because she has a partner to raise the children this time, or for any other reason. It sucks, I know, but it happens. And from OP's mom's reaction, she was surprised by her daughter's feelings, so is it possible that she was doing this without the intention of hurting OP? I don't know, but it's a fact that OP was neglected growing up. And I'm very sorry for you, OP. Also, you have every right to tell her how this hurt you in the past and how it still hurts now. But I would like to know, are you sure that you have no interest in having a relationship with your siblings in the future? I understand you don't want anything to do with your mother, but maybe later, you and your siblings can have a good relationship. Also, if your mother shows that she is remorseful of her actions towards you, would you give her a chance to make it up to you? Would you be open to this? To let her try to be the mom you deserve? But if after everything you said to her, she continues to treat you the same way, maybe it's better for you to go no/low contact with her. Whatever decision you make, choose what is best for you. Good luck, OP. And what advice would you give OP? And now let's read what the comments say. Jealous that her kids have a happy family life. So, whose kid are you? Not the idiot. Go live with your grandparents if you can. Not hers. She's always been clear about that. I mean, no, not the idiot, you are right and we're blunt about it. Your mom didn't want to hear your truth. It sounds like you have your head screwed on right, but I would start making plans for when you can get out of there. College is amazing, you can find your own chosen family. I plan to go into a trade, because college isn't in the cards for me. But I already have plans for what will happen when I turn 18 in a few months. Not the idiot. Talk to your grandparents, see if they can take you in, and try to save the money you get from your job. You're 17 years old, your 18th birthday will be move-out day. Not the idiot. And good you're standing up for yourself. If Sam asks about all this, be honest with him, he probably doesn't know the true story. And yes, it will be a shit show when mommy dearest has to answer for years of neglect. Not the idiot. And from the way you stated your points, it sounds like your mother is trying to deflect your truth onto her husband and your siblings, rather than facing the fact she is the one who is the problem. Ask her some of those questions. What subjects, foods, etc., are your favorites? What did you do for a particular holiday or birthday? Who was your 5th, 7th, etc., grade teacher, or whatever questions you want. When she can't answer, just tell her she proved your point. This has nothing to do with her husband or your siblings, it's all on her. And what do you guys think of all this? What advice would you give OP? Do you think she went too far with what she said to her mom? Don't forget to leave your comments down below. Oh, are you enjoying the video so far? If so, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the notifications to know when a new video is out. This really helps the channel, so I appreciate it. Now let's go to the next story. Am I the idiot for leaving a really nasty Airbnb review? My husband and I stayed in an Airbnb while visiting my sister and her family. I made dinner last night for everyone at the Airbnb. It was in an outdoor area and we grilled it. There were 5 people total and it was 4 adults and a 7-year-old. Then my husband gets a random call on his phone and it's the Airbnb people, and they said no parties on their listing. This is dinner with family. We have some words with the owner, including calling him a creeper. We called Airbnb and they really didn't handle it, and the owner tried changing us $500 for a party. This argument goes on, and we left him a 1-star review and called him a spying creep, getting his listing taken off the site. We complained and filed fraud charges on the card, and got the whole amount of money back. It was a freaking process for sure, because we filed a police report on the creepy spying host. I get he might want to have cameras outside, but who actually watches a family eating and grilling? It's still an issue, and he hasn't had his account reinstated. Now he sent us emails, trying to explain his situation, and we are putting him out of income. I might be an a-hole because I told him maybe he could get a job at the CIA, since he likes spying so much, and he's now threatening to sue us over this. OP has offered the following explanation for why they think they might be the a-hole. He is saying he lost his main source of income, and it's unfair how we overreacted when he said no parties. Meaning any party, so maybe we broke the agreement. OP also replied to the comments and give us more info. For clarity, you booked the Airbnb for 2 guests, and ended up with 5 people total eating a calm dinner on one night, which included a 7-year-old. Was there a guest limit on the listing that you went over? Yes, and we were just having dinner. They never stayed on the property overnight, or even more than a few hours for the dinner, and the place had a grill and picnic table available. I am unsure how he knew about it though, maybe some whistleblowers. But if he did watch you guys, then that's creepy. It was the camera, because he was like, I see you having a party. 5 people isn't a party, and he needs to relax. But you filed a police report for him viewing a property he owns. The police report was for the extra charges on my credit card. So how much did the owner have to refund you, when you got the whole amount back exactly? Airbnb decided to refund the whole amount after the incident. I don't think OP is the idiot. And I agree that this is a very annoying situation to be in. Since when we rent or book a place while we're traveling, we just want to relax and enjoy, and then, all of a sudden, you end up getting a fine for something you didn't do. It's a very crappy situation. I'm sorry for the owner of the house, for losing his source of income, but he tried to financially take advantage of OP and this is just wrong. I'm sorry that in the end they decided to remove his property from the site, but there has to be some kind of consequence for what he tried to do to OP, so he won't be able to try this again with other people. And also, I don't think it was wrong for OP to leave the bad review, since the owner's action caused so many problems. So no, I don't think OP was the idiot. Everyone sucks here, 5 people isn't a party. He needed to chill with that. But holy hell, you need to calm down. If he has a camera outside of the property, that's totally fine. But for all you know, the neighbors told him. Or it was a doorbell camera. You are taking this way too far. Edit, OP confirmed it was an outdoor camera. This is a great example of why Airbnbs are such a bad idea. Who wants to pay to stay at a place where you'll be recorded and watched around the clock by the owner? That sounds more like a stint in prison rather than a weekend getaway. Not the idiot, this guy sounds over the top intrusive, and his tacking on a surprise party fee for $500 to the bill is ludicrous. Everyone sucks here. He's overreacting, to call a small dinner gathering a party, and you for an over-the-top police report. I get disputing the $500 party charge, but to make a fraud claim and get everything refunded is an idiot move when you stayed there and received the service you agreed to pay for. Not the idiot, he effectively tried to steal money from you. What you describe is a meal with family, not a party. One of the problems with Airbnb and others is that the people you're dealing with have zero sense of customer-oriented mindset, or of market economics. They're going to do what seems best for themselves at the moment, rather than thinking of the bigger picture and how their actions today can hurt their business tomorrow. My wife and I have done basically what you describe, and we made sure to tell the host what we planned, before actually reserving the property. That way, if they say no, then we go elsewhere, and if they say yes, there's a paper trail if they try to backtrack. Maybe try that in the future? And what do you guys think of this situation? What would you do if you were in OP's shoes? Would you do the same as her, or do you think she went too far? Have you or someone you know ever been through something similar? Leave your comments down below. And that's it for today, everyone. I hope you enjoyed it. Until next time.